Please close your eyes and bring your full attention to your breathing here and now. The surest sign you truly are alive. Breathing deeply, breathing gently, breathing well, breathing in for the count of 3 and out for the count in 5, in hearing all I have to say on this, your very special day, which is your birthday. Yes, though not the day that you were born, your other birthday. Yes, this very day that you become the one you'd like to breathe yourself today, tomorrow, yes indeed, and every single day to come, through your desire to change, yet still be you. An easier, more rewarding, unself-conscious way of being truly you, of breathing you, relieving you from all the fear that went before, and breathing fully, just like this, in just the way you're breathing now. At last, the simplest way, the shortest route to make the break, escape your chains, turn all around, be resolute, resolve those broken patterns from your past, delighted that the only thing you need to do is see the things I ask you to, imagining with ease these words I say, each word you hear a further step along this path towards your goal, the end of fear. For so begins your easy inwards journey here. Sense inner worlds now opening, relaxing feelings blossoming, whilst boundaries are softening, dissolving all those old and awkward obstacles away, a deepening of most delightful, easy, dreamy feelings, where every breath you're breathing now can turn into an inner smile, a gladdening, relaxing of the wheel. Good feeling deepens easily, whilst softly drifting off through gentle ways, transported by your ever-deepening breath, as each and every restless stress slips silently away. For there's nothing here you need to do but feel these feelings flowing as you hear these words of change. There's nothing here you need to be, for all those little muscles all around your eyes, you see, are naturally softening here within this simpler state of mind, this easier, gentler, kinder state of mind, where easy breathing, just like this, delivers you through welcome realms of newer being, all your very own. So, these muscles in your face can all relax now. Your vocal cords fall silent in relief, whilst pleasant, easy feelings fill your every inside space with all the gentle comfort you could need. So, closing doors behind you, as you always like to do before you enter into deeper worlds of feelings and sensations, so to be illuminating bright imagination whilst intriguing things are welcomed in your mind. And so you can imagine very easily walking off through somewhere truly magical, walking through these simple words of change, imagining you're seeing something fascinating, grippingly involving on a screen, a movie screen, a TV screen. It really doesn't matter, but what you see upon this screen is someone viewing something on a further screen, an inner screen, a deepening, a desert scene, this hot and dusty path. You see a cactus here and there beneath this blazing torrid sun, a vulture perched upon a broken branch, and endless sands spread out in all directions. So, this person in this movie, traveling this hot and dusty desert track, the hero of this story, bold and good and true, is, of course, your own good self. Yes, you. And so, you see yourself. Now, watch yourself. Now, sense yourself. Now, walk along this hot and dusty desert track. A haversack, awkwardly uncomfortable, a weight upon your weary soul, heavy on your tired back, full of all your troubles which you know you've carried with you everywhere you walk along your path of life. Your feet are sore, your mind now blank. You know there is no option but to carry on. And every step you take, you know you are so very much intrigued by this, involved in this, becoming this. So being this, you see, and not so very far away, within this blazing haze, along this hot and dusty desert track, an unexpected object, clearly out of place. So, holding your attention, pinpoint focus, something odd and very noticeable now, a solid wooden door, just standing there upon your path, a solitary, solid wooden door within. a solid wooden door frame with no walls to see on either side. You stop to place your hand upon the handle, but find it's just the stuff of dreams, illusory, entirely insubstantial, yes, no less than a mirage. And so, you know you can simply let this be. Pass through this now, and so you do, leaving this behind you as you carry on your way. Yet soon you meet another door, and just like the one you saw so recently before, you know this one has no substance either, so you walked right through, proceeding on along your path, whilst up above you see a cloud or two, a circling bird, some mountains in the distance, whilst still there is this path below your feet, and all your many memories, your hopes, desires and dreams, your upsets and your angst, wondering just how you'll finally escape all this, wondering just how you will make the necessary change so very deep within, and as you do, become ever more convinced of this, something new uncannily appears within this seeming never-ending walk across your arid, empty desert. Now, a cool and gentle breeze arises, bringing hope, some glad relief. Your focus locks upon this ever-present moment now. Another door, a further door, but something here is different, something more. There's something all about this current door that makes you hesitate, now wonder, and then stop, because peculiarly this door bears your name, your full name, marked in strikingly clear golden letters, and very appropriately indeed, just here, directly underneath your name, you see and clearly sense your own personal symbol etched deeply into the wood, your symbol for yourself, the one you keep for only you, the one that only you can see, now sense within your mind. And underneath your symbol, see a shiny metal letterbox. And so, removing now your haversack, unburdening the weight of years, you get down on your knees to see, and looking through this polished metal letterbox, what you see is this: a long and lonely corridor, where many open doors lead off to either side, And running up and down this hall, a rabbit with a golden key hanging from a string tied around its neck. And this rabbit, you see, has your face. And on that tight expression, notice all your strain, your panic and anxiety. So now you watch in growing fascination as this rabbit runs in endless loops up and down this corridor, trying hard to shut the open doors, each of which seem automatically to open again very soon after the panicked rabbit has turned to run to close another door. And as you watch this silly circus through this shiny metal letterbox, you'll notice there's another door at the far end of this corridor that you never see the rabbit try to close, because unlike all the other doors, this one hasn't opened yet. That other door, which presumably leads to somewhere, remains closed. Now, something of significance has changed within this scene. You'll notice that the now exhausted rabbit has fallen into a deep sleep, having managed to close all of the doors, and is now lying, breathing restlessly to itself in the corridor. Yet, even in the arms of sleep, this rabbit, who is curiously, bizarrely wearing your face, has a worried, tense expression, as if it knows that very soon those doors are going to be opening again. So, you decide to intervene, to do something about this. So you get off your knees, and this does feel as if you're getting off your knees for the first time in your life, bringing you feelings of great confidence, feeling taller than you ever did, and so, opening this door bearing your name and personal symbol, you step across the threshold to the other side, and now, standing on the inside of the other side, you know you are just about to make things so much better. And the first thing you feel you have to do is discover what's on the other side of the door at the far end of this corridor. So, carefully stepping over the sleeping rabbit, now walking the entire length of the corridor, passing all closed doors on either side, arriving, you see that this door also bears your name, your full name, marked in strikingly clear golden letters, and, very interestingly indeed, just here, directly underneath your name, you see and clearly sense your symbol for the world. intriguingly puzzling, simultaneously heightening and deepening your urge to discover what's on the other side. Trying the handle, it appears to be locked. Remembering the key around the rabbit's neck, but noticing there's no keyhole in this door in which to place a key, and, frustratingly, no letterbox through which to look. It would seem then you have no option other than to exit by the door through which you entered and carry on along your hot and dusty desert track in just the way you've done so unfulfillingly before. Or you could investigate the many rooms, the doors to which the rabbit was frantically trying to keep shut. And since heroes do what heroes do, and you're the hero, so you do approach the nearest of these doors. You place your hand upon the handle and, as you do, notice that your rabbit, now fully awake, stands close by, still wearing your face, looking at you, and you see a look of alarm spread across your face as you slowly turn the handle and then open the door very slightly to get a glimpse inside. As you do, you see the rabbit place 2 front paws over its eyes, timidly looking through its claws in growing anguish. And through this narrow aperture you see ancient, dirty floorboards, peeling wallpaper, discarded cardboard packaging. But it's what you can hear that fills your mind with recognition. Sounds of strife and anguish, worried voices, gnawing noises, yet none of this seems truly, fully real, as if it's just some noisy horror movie playing on a screen within your mind. Emboldened by this thought, you can open the door just a little more widely and see, on the further wall, the edge of a TV screen, confirming your earlier suspicions. And so, opening the door fully, you now assure yourself, yes, this is a movie playing on a large TV screen, and you see that what you're now watching is one of your own historic upsets, an unpleasant occurrence from long, long ago, playing here, seemingly on an endless loop, over and over and over. But looking at this here and now, from this particular perspective, in this specific, focused frame of mind, it all seems now so very dull and tedious, unnecessary now, horribly unpleasant, yes, perhaps queasily so because this little scene has plagued you all throughout your life, yet watching these events unfold like this in 2 dimensions only makes you realize all of this can cease to be quite easily. So now you understand the reason why your frantic rabbit, who has followed you into the room, placing one paw into your hand to draw itself a little comfort, has been trying to keep all these doors closed. Seeing now, lying on this dirty floor, covered in years of dust, the remote control, you pick it up and simply press the off button to see what happens. And now you watch as the pantomime nightmare playing on this screen is turning to black and white, the picture becoming ever fainter and the sound fading away until you cannot hear the slightest thing, leaving only a ghostly haze remaining on your screen, which now permanently disappears. And so, you do now complete this sequence by turning off the energy supply and removing the plug. And now, with the rabbit's eager assistance, dismount the screen from off the wall, allowing the 2 of you to put the entire device back into its original packaging, along with its remote control. And now this is done, a long shiver begins to run through you, gradually turning into a physical shaking, increasing in vibration, reaching its crescendo and then stopping. And now this has stopped. This heavenly feeling of the deepest, most delightfully releasing calm washes over and through you, over and through you, leaving you feeling so very, very wonderful, so marvelous, remarkable, and very much acceptable. You feel the rabbit's paw now squeeze your hand, and you turn and see that its face, which is your face, is beaming at you with a smile of utter delight and eternal gratitude. And in just seeing this, even deeper feelings of heavenly calm wash over and through you now. 1,000 worried voices are permanently silenced. Those seemingly constant words of hurt and troubled anguish that you had grown so used to being now have no place in your mind, and this is truly beautiful, gloriously pleasing to your soul in deeper ways than you have long been searching for. An underlying feeling of release, relief from all that you experienced in that movie. That particularly painful upset and all the hold it had on you for all these many years has run its course and ceased to be, and you cannot help but feel this, deeply sense this. Now accept this, as you have now become. And so, feeling the tug of the rabbit's paw in your hand, pulling you towards the door and out of that room, the rabbit shuts the door, points to the door lock, and then points to the key around its neck, making a turning motion with its paw. You take the proffered key and lock the door, now understanding the reason why the rabbit didn't lock it itself. Being just a rabbit, it simply couldn't reach. And now that movie's over, the screen is packed away, the door now shut and locked. You watch together in wonder as the doorway vanishes out of existence. Next, you hear a loud pop, and you now know with unquestionable certainty that that room and all of its contents has completely ceased to be. Your rabbit now tugs at your hand and leads you to the next door, looking up at you with an expectant expression, pointing to the key it carries. You're tempted to merely lock the door, but you know all the way inside yourself what actually needs done. Slowly opening the door, your eyes meet the same scene as in the other room. The dirty floor, the peeling wallpaper, but the sounds are different because, of course, on this screen, as you now see, having walked right into the room, a different scene unfolding on a loop upon another screen. A more distressing situation than before. Something of greater seriousness, but you watch it all, taking in every last detail, seeing now, understanding now, at deep and deeper levels still, that you have obviously grown so very far beyond this, so you know to do just as before and bring this horror movie to its rightful final end. You take control. Now watch it turn to black and white, then fade away to nothing until silence. Pure, priceless silence. You unplug the device, and again, with the assistance of your inner rabbit, return it to its packaging, and once done, a shiver begins to run all through you, gradually turning into a shaking more energetic than before, increasing in vibration enormously, reaching its crescendo and then stopping. And now it has stopped. Again, you feel so very, very wonderful, sensing this release at an even deeper level than before. Again, this is astonishing, truly more remarkable, and totally acceptable and right. So easy and immediately relieving, feeling physically lighter and surer of step. You feel your rabbit's paw squeeze your hand again and then let go. You turn to look to see your rabbit doing a cartwheel in utter joy. And this delights your heart in just the way that it would delight a child's. Your rabbit now pulls you out into the corridor, paws you the key, and you lock the door, and you watch and listen together in wonder as the door dissolves away to nothing and the room pops out of existence, sensing that, with its disappearance, something of great worth inside you duly reconnects. Wonderful. Your rabbit now pulls you along the corridor to the next door and beams at you in bright anticipation, a look of great expectation on its face, on your face. And you know what to do. This time, simply opening the door and walking directly in to confront the TV screen you know will be there. And this time, same as last, this movie is of even deeper significance than the one before. A more complex plot with darker themes and deeper emotional torment, but you know this is merely a movie being played in your mind, and you have the control. And so, you take in each successive scene in grim determination until now you've seen it all, reviewed it all, you've seen enough, you've understood. You turn it off, unplug it, and pack it all away in just the way the two of you did twice before, so well and so successfully. You feel the shiver beginning, sensing an even deeper shaking building, all your body trembling through the natural vibrations of complete release until it stops. And now, the beginnings of the most beautiful feelings of growing inner unity, as if long forgotten places in your being, gone numb from ancient trauma, now return to proper feeling, peaceful feeling, permanent and wonderful. You look at your rabbit, now wearing the most beatific, joyful smile, and simply glowing with delight. Now exiting the room together, closing and locking the door. And now, as one, you watch this door dissolve away to nothing until you hear the room pop satisfyingly out of existence, sensing that, with its disappearance, ancient wounds are healed. The deepest peace, beyond all understanding, fills your being now. Truly wonderful. Just feel this. And so, you ready yourself to approach the next door, this time with a little more trepidation, as you, of course, expect the next room to hold an even deeper trauma than the one before. But you are surprised because the next few rooms show movies of relatively small upsets, which had simply been imagined being so much more serious than they, in actuality, were. You go through each of these rooms meticulously, thoroughly together, achieving a satisfyingly successful rhythm between you, gradually reconnecting. And so now, for the next full minute of clock time, which will stretch in this magical place for as long as you need, you can proceed through the remaining rooms in succession, comprehensively dissolving all historic trauma, large and small, some difficult, some easy, some remembered, some forgotten, but all of which together will be infinitely liberating, heavenly, relieving, and utterly emotionally cleansing to your core. And I shall remain quiet whilst the two of you steadily achieve this. And that minute of clock time starts now. Your rabbit will, of course, be by your side. You have done so excellently well, and so I'm sure you feel this. You are standing now in your corridor with a very contented rabbit, The door that you came in by, bearing your name and your symbol, is directly behind you, all those other doors being gone. The only one remaining being the previously unpassable door at the far end of your corridor, which now you see is slightly ajar. Feeling wonderful, feeling confident, you walk back along the corridor towards this door, displaying your name in careful golden writing, and directly underneath this, your sign and symbol for the world, wondering what this might mean. Touching the door handle, this door opens fully of itself, completely, all the way, until the inside of the door lies flat against the inner wall, allowing you to clearly see the contents of this mysterious room within. And what you see is this: a large, airy space, finely tasteful, warm and calmly welcoming. The colors and the textures and the smell of something fascinating, filled with soothing light. The further wall is mirrored, as you see, reflecting everything. And here, within the center of this deeply pleasing room, a standing wooden plinth, on which there sits a head, a bust, a replica, it seems, a model of your own, yet differently to how you felt, you've sensed your head before, because looking at this here and now, you realize you can see all the way right through it, transparent as it is, as if it were fashioned from the finest, most translucent glass that ever was, or possibly could be, the clearest, finest, purest glass of all, requiring special focus just to see it here and now. And now you notice something of incredible importance on yonder mirrored wall. You see, reflected there, this entire room, and in that clear reflection, two astounding things. The first astounding thing you see is that in this mirror's clear reflection, the translucent replica of your head isn't transparent at all. In this mirror's bright reflection, all your features now are visible, clearly showing your face, but not your face as you have ever imagined it. No, not once like this. Your face, in this mirror's reflection, wears the most heavenly expression of complete calm and profound peace of mind. Your eyes are bright, alive, and interested, filled with quiet confidence, full unself-conscious presence. See the essence of ability, of solid reassurance which you're fairly sure you've never sensed so deeply here before. Remembering this ultra special clarity of mind. Now, the other quite astounding thing you see within this mirror is the door to this room, fully open, flat against the wall. So, seeing the outside of the door in mirror image, looking now at your own name in clear golden writing in reverse, and underneath this you see that in reflection your symbol for the world is nothing other than your symbol for yourself. Your symbol for yourself is your symbol for the world in mirror image. And the significance of this, the implications of this, dissolves all remaining feeling of separation, of personal isolation, and just because of this, you'll notice something else has changed. The wooden plinth is gone, and you now stand where it once stood. The replica head is nowhere to be seen, because it sits upon your shoulders now. The most wonderful exchange of all. Total mental clarity and no weight upon your shoulders whatsoever. So, now it's on your shoulders. You clearly cannot see it, but you know your face will always be quite visible to everyone as you. Well, almost everyone. There will only be one person who can't see your head, and that, of course, is you. Your face will still reflect as normal in your mirror, every mirror for that matter, so you will still be able to check if you've got some food between your teeth or if your face needs washing, so no worries on that score at all, because you'll be happy enough to leave your face in the mirror where it belongs, over there and never over here. Good. And so, you are discovering you are a happy being now, as once you sensed you always were, relaxed, complete, contentedly at peace within yourself, forevermore. For all has turned out very well, for all your different inner parts, all your inner personnel, sense merged together now as one. Remembering these most delightful feelings surging up from reconnected places, colors all inside your mind with glad acceptance, here to stay, filling you with wonder, understanding everything, your calmness and your confidence. Just simply being now is pleasurable. Just to be alive, a wondrous thing, your greatest prize, your precious treasure, wholesome rock, which underlies all reasons here to be, just as you've become. And noticing, profoundly sensing now, that former angst has truly, fully gone. You cannot find it anywhere because it has no place to be here anymore. No reason for existence. No reason to return. Those seeming ever-present threats are nowhere to be found. All those panicked voices silenced, disappeared, their very source dissolved away to nothing. Yes, and in their absence realize the deepest peace and stillness here within you now. Reunion in the source of all that is. Your roots now reconnected to the center of the world, the essence of the universe. These proper feelings, normal, just like this, are truly beautiful. Just wonderful to come to realize, to closely know, to be again, no longer lost, at home, at last, relieved, released, reorganizing all your broken past into this perfect, ever-present moment. Yes, this inner healing feels so sweet, divine in sense and understanding, which is deeper knowledge of the whole. And all of this, you know, is fully natural and not one thing to think about, because no thoughts can conquer this, for this is not a thing of thought. It's actual and truly real, beyond all earthly doubts. The surest thing of all, your symbol for yourself is just your symbol for the world, the two being one. And being one, you are the one to live this life in happiness, contentedness, able now to let things flow. And so, looking down the corridor, you see your rabbit with your face is changing now, of course, transforming into something so much greater, far more powerful, a very different animal, from timid little rabbit into towering, majestic horse, and now, just like in those ancient stories, bold and good and true. This magnificent beast now kneels for you to climb upon its muscled back, and as you do, you'll notice that this fabled horse is growing mighty wings, too big for that small corridor in which you toiled for far too long. These walls must now collapse. This corridor disintegrates, all turning into rubble as this, your horse, now spreads these wings, now frees yourself, begins to canter, now to gallop. Beating wings now catch these upward drafts, ascending skywards easily to find yourself now flying up, up, up above beyond the clouds. You see the sun, victorious. You feel the breeze, unending freedom, absolutely glorious. You are reborn, remade, reunified. You are in love with life itself again, for everything is making sense as all your senses here assure you so. The simple things in life now truly satisfy. A look, a smile, a home-cooked meal, the sun, the rain, this feeling of belonging in this world. You're right to be here, justified, as you now see it always was, and you will not forget this, no. No earthly need to let this go, because it's what you truly are. You are entirely this, quite simply this, so filled with this unself-conscious excellence. So, not just yet, but in a little while, when you do come back to full and waking consciousness, you'll know, because just like in this trance, just like in this transformation now, you'll never see your head again, translucent on your shoulders for all time, only to be seen in things like photographs and screens and shiny mirrors over there. But here, upon your shoulders, no, just its happy absence, yes, and all because of this. You'll find such deeply peaceful feelings fill your stomach every day, here, forevermore. A lovely feeling, absolute contentment feeling very well, and so digestible, remarkably acceptable, impossible to lose from here on in. So, just before you do go, please go directly inwards through the very deepest part of you, deeper than you've ever been before, deep and deeply deeper still, the very deepest you can go, all the way inside your inmost core. And here, within this extra special place, you can, here and now, discover your organic self-acceptance. Sense essential union with the whole. See, what you are is fully natural. Now being this, you find your perfect stillness here and now, and know that this heavenly stillness is what you truly are. From microscopic atom to the very furthest star, you are at one with all the universe, at deepest peace in life, in all its pure magnificence, so calmly cool and truly filled with endless quiet, unself-conscious confidence. And I'd like you to prove and confirm this to yourself right now. For the next full minute of clock time, experiencing this intimately transform your inner being and your outlook on the world. These incredibly beautiful and enlightening 60 seconds start now. You are walking now again, but this time rather differently, the way you'll walk forevermore, fully, unself-consciously, noticing you're walking now, walking through into this room in which you're resting here and feeling truly wonderful. You know you are transformed, just being here and feeling rather fine indeed, yes, simply marvelous, and almost ready now to bring yourself right back into full and clear bright consciousness. But just before you do, you can clearly notice that those clouds you thought might never lift have gone, never to return. The sun now shines forever from the center of your soul, bright and fresh and new, utterly unburdened now and blossoming with optimism, able so to take each day as each of these unfolds, filled with the deepest peace. And so, I can now count from 1 to 10, and as you hear each rising number, you will rise back up to full and waking consciousness, at peace with all the world, in love with your experience, in love with life itself. 1, 2, 3, 4, feeling truly wonderful. 5, 6, feelings of complete release. 7, knowing you are capable of anything, knowing that your life has been renewed. 8, beginning now to feel awake. 9, ready here to open up your eyes and hear the magical number 10. Eyes open, back in the room. Remarkable. Thank you